Good afternoon, social media family. It's Naturally Riri coming to you again this week, yet again for another perfume review on another black owned business that I had purchased a fragrance from. I purchased this fragrance almost 2 years ago, but this is in my collection and it is absolute one of my favorite perfumes. This is like almost a signature fragrance for me. So, and the fragrance, I did mention this fragrance last week when I talked about the House of Xarmony. So now I'm bringing it up to the forefront because I'm now ready to give out a review on this particular fragrance. And the company is from the House of Fine Forever. And it is a black owned business. And so this perfume, which is called 2911. And as you see here, this is 2911 with the infinity sign on the bottle itself. It's very simplistic, so it's not like over the top. It's very simple yet elegant. The top, it's a standard top. It's not like heavy duty or anything, so you will be able to open and close with no problems. So this company, Fine Forever, it is black owned and it's by a black woman. Her name is Michelle Doff. And if you don't know Michelle Doff, she used to be a natural hair blogger who has since transitioned into being a advocate for women being feminine and femininity and just knowing your purpose in this life. So since her journey, she has since got her doctorate degree and she had gotten married and she now has a son. Her and her husband has a beautiful baby boy and he should be 1.5 if not turning 2. And so all of this was going on at the time where she was transitioning, and her husband decided that they wanted to signify a fragrance that describes her love of Christ and as well as her belief that anything is possible in her spiritual journey. So this fragrance is a prime example of what her and her husband had an idea of. Even though he supported her, this was actually created by her. She had the vision and it came in and it's absolutely amazing. Now I'm just gonna share just a brief before I go over the notes. This is a oud dominant fragrance, so you really have to be a very confident woman to wear this particular fragrance. It is all ages can rock this, so from someone in their early 20s to someone in their golden years can rock this particular fragrance. Now, I don't suggest if you're a teenager in your mid to late teens to pick up this fragrance because it's very dominant and you have to be very confident in who you are as a woman in your journey trying to discover who you are in your life of femininity. So I'm just putting it out there so that way you can look at the video, judge for yourself. I will put the information for this particular perfume house on my description box, as well as any information that may help transition you into deciding whether or not you want to purchase this bottle. I paid for this bottle out of my own coins. I did not get this. I did not get paid to do this review. So this is my personal opinions of this beautiful fragrance that I've received. Now, how was I introduced to this company was real simple. She is heavily post on Instagram. So Instagram, she's known as Dr. Michelle Doff, D-A-F. If I remember correctly, I think that is the spelling of her last name. So if you look her up, she will have information available on her company as well as her messages of femininity. So for you ladies out there, if you are trying to discover yourself in your new journey, whether as you are a young mom or you are a middle-aged, or if you are in the golden years and you are still rediscovering your love of who you are as a woman, definitely follow her and follow her channel. So I will tag her information in the description box. Now, I actually told my daughters, and I have two young adult daughters, about a little over a year and a half ago when this fragrance first came out, whether or not I can get a bottle for Christmas. Well, they surprised me with getting a 1.7 ounce bottle for Christmas. And I absolutely love the fragrance to the point, way before I knew I got this for Christmas, I ended up getting the 3.4 ounce bottle. And so that started my love of this particular fragrance. I absolutely love, love the fragrance. She is absolutely amazing. Now, I can also say, and when I was dating, I'm still dating, but I'm not really with anyone in particular, and that's another video for another day. I was dating someone in particular, and throughout my time of hanging out and spending time with him, I wore this particular fragrance every time, you know, I met up with him. We went places, or we did things together, very small and intimate between the two of us. He absolutely loves this fragrance on me. At one point, he was like, this got to be a signature fragrance. He knew every time I come down the stairs or I meet up with him or we do something, he noticed me immediately from my scent. He was like, this got to be a signature fragrance. And since then, this has become a staple um, fragrance in my collection. So, yeah, I absolutely love this fragrance. So, 2911. It comes from the scripture. If you are in your spiritual journey and you understand Jeremiah 29:11, that's where this fragrance embodies that particular scripture. And so for those of you who don't know, I'm going to say the scripture, and this has come from the New International Version, or the NIV version. For short, it says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." And that is Jeremiah 29:11 from the NIV version. And this fragrance embodies that scripture to the T. So if you're feeling like you don't know where you're going in your life, if you spray this, you kind of envision yourself getting in the mindset of where you want to go in life. I know for me, I've been divorced now for 13 years, and I have two children, two bonus children, two bonus grandchildren, and I have one of my own on the way. So I was at a different place in my life, and I was trying to figure out where I fit in my new phase, being newly divorced. Well, not newly divorced, I'm divorced, but in my new phase as a divorced woman, trying to figure out where my journey is leading me, whether or not I will be involved with someone again, or just exploring the life of living my life as a single woman. So I had questions regarding my life and where I was going in my life. I still have those questions, and the answers have not been given to me. But I do know with faith, anything is possible. And with things happening in my life as they have been so far, I honestly know that my journey is still ongoing. My life is still, I'm still learning. I'm still being me. And that's what this fragrance gives me. Now, for the notes. Now, for the top notes, there is a peach and a pink pepper note in it. So you do get the pink pepper, the little spiciness in the fragrance on the top note, definite. But then you also come down at the dry down, you get that rose. In particular, now the note that she used is called Rose de Mai as well as Amber. Now, from what I gather, Rose de Mai is a rose fragrance. So I generally gravitate, and I can tell you about my preference. I generally gravitate towards rose and oud fragrances because they play amazingly on my body chemistry and I feel sophisticated. So when I see those two notes, I know they're going to pair beautifully well against my skin chemistry, and I'm picking up the bar. I'm just telling you right now. So I am a lover of those two notes, especially. And as I go into my fragrance journey, I'm learning new notes. I'm understanding certain notes and how they play well against my body chemistry. And I am just loving what it does to me as I go on my journey. So this is just one of the top two fragrances, and I do remember those two notes because that was one of the fragrances that I was able to understand and absolutely love. So now for the base notes, it has bergamot and oud. So as the dry down goes down with this fragrance, yeah, you do get that bergamot, that citrus note, but the citrus note is very light because of the oud. The oud is very strong. It's very heavy, and it's very dominant throughout the dry down under the base note. So the bergamot somewhat cuts it, but it doesn't cut it much because of that oud and that pink pepper. It's very strong and very prominent. So again, ladies, if you're not into oud, stay away from this fragrance. You really got to be very confident of who you are as a woman and where you are in your journey to absolutely wear this fragrance. Any woman can wear this fragrance. I believe a woman in her 20s into a woman in her 80s and beyond can wear this particular fragrance. If you have experienced life like I have, this fragrance will speak to you. And me personally, it speaks to me on so many levels as I transition into this phase of now being a grandmother and just enjoying what life has to offer and what plans the higher power to be has for me in this life. So I absolutely love this fragrance. I'm saying love like so many times because this is like a beautiful fragrance. So I'm gonna spray just a little. And oh my god, the atomizer is very good, and you saw like the little mist that comes through, and that oud is just, it's amazing. It speaks of a sophisticated, of a confident, dominant woman. However, when given the circumstances, she can just let go, be vulnerable about who she is, and still can control the room. And that's how us as women are. We are very feminine. We are vulnerable at times, even though sometimes it doesn't appear that way. We are very much vulnerable creatures, and we want to be understood. We want to be loved. We want to be appreciated. So this fragrance absolutely speaks that to me. As I said, in my new journey in this stage of my life, even though I'm now on my third video, I am learning who I am as a woman, and today I'm gonna give the opportunity for you, my social media family, my YouTube family, and anybody else that watches this video, give me a positive feedback, give me a positive critique, because that's what makes me better. And yeah, I love this fragrance. Now, this fragrance is retailed for $145 for a 3.1 ounce bottle, which is a nice deal. So it it's a good bottle. So I'm, like I said, when I get through with this, when I'm halfway, I mean, I'm at the halfway point now, but I'm gonna wait till I get a little bit down, and I may purchase. I'm definitely gonna purchase another bottle of this, because this fragrance is something that exudes sexiness, confidence, and just being powerful. Now, where would you wear this fragrance to? I don't know. You could wear it anywhere. I mean, a lot of people wear it to some formal functions, which I think it's very much well appropriate for that environment. I've worn this to work. I've worn this to my part-time job, not just my full-time, but my part-time job at the stadium. And it's it's seasonal. So you can wear it in the fall, you can wear it in the spring, definitely in the summer, and in the winter it plays beautifully unto the winter air. Now I'm living here in Texas. When we do have a winter, and it's very rare, but when we do get one, she plays so beautifully well throughout that cold air. The oud cuts it through so nicely. It gives it a freshness to it. So if you don't want to wear it in the summer because of the heat, I get it, but definitely in the winter time, you pair it with that winter air and it cuts that oud, you're gonna see exactly what I'm talking about, with the lightness that lightens up the fragrance itself with that oud in particular. So this bottle is freaking amazing. I absolutely love it. So that is my video of the day, and I do appreciate each and every one of you that watches these videos. I appreciate any type of feedback. So again, I will open up the comments. Now, I know you're probably surprised about my look, because last week my hair was a little bit longer. Even though it was short, it was a little bit longer. My niece cut my hair and I absolutely love the cut. I did this on Friday. It's super hot here in Houston, and I know it's hot across the United States, but Houston heat is like, ooh, it's just like Atlanta, Mississippi, Louisiana, Florida. That heat is no joke here. So I decided to go to see my niece at the beauty shop, and I told her what I wanted. I said I wanted something a little bit shorter. I went for a clipper cut, and she was like, well, you can go shorter. I was like, okay, I'm game. And so this is the look that she gave me. I absolutely love the cut. It gives me a little sassiness, a little playfulness, and when I do get to that opportunity and I want to do a flat twist out, I think she's going to really look good. When I get to that point and I want to do a flat twist out, she's going to be amazing. So if you shop in JCPenney's, because she works at JCPenney's, and you're in the Houston area, I will tag her information along. Her name is April. I absolutely love my niece, very much so. She has blossomed so much in her journey, as well as now a mother of four. She's expecting now her fourth child, and wait, one, two, yeah, her fourth child, and this one just happens to be a girl. So I'm so excited for her. So I will tag her information. So if you're in the Houston area, specifically JCPenney's First Colony Mall, I will tag her information. Look her up. Um, she is a sweetheart, and she's gonna get you right wherever transition. If you're newly transitioned, or you're new natural, you want to do a TWA, or whatever you want, I look her up. She's gonna have you looking right. Now, with that being said, my scent of the day, because I did not talk about it in the beginning, so I'm gonna talk about it now, almost at the end, and I'm at 19, so I'm almost at the 20-minute mark. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep this brief and short and to the point. I ended up getting a inspired fragrance oil. Now, I purchased this from someone I went to middle school with over 30 years ago, and this is their impression of Tom Ford Bitter Peach. So I purchased this as my oil way back when, but I still use it. So my fragrance, it's a combo of this particular oil, which is Tom Ford's Bitter Peach. If you're familiar with Bitter Peach, I know it doesn't have longevity, but she is amazing. She's light, she's airy, and that bitter does come throughout the whole fragrance itself. It's pretty. I like this. So, and because I wanted to do a fragrance on top of that particular oil, I went on ahead and picked up this lady right here, which is Ambery Cedarwood. Now, this is a Dossier fragrance, and if you don't know what Dossier is a inspirational perfume house that takes well-known fragrances and pretty much makes almost an impression of it. It is more cost effective, and so instead of you paying $300-400 for a well-known fragrance, you go through the site and the fragrance is almost like 90 to 95% accurate on the real thing. And I know with times being hard and people are watching their coins, I am no different than anybody else. I'm definitely watching my coins. I picked up this fragrance and about, I want to say a little over a year ago, and this is the impression. I'm not going to say the D word, but this is an impression of Alien, Mugler's Alien. So if you like Alien, you will definitely like the impression of Alien with this fragrance. So I did that, and because it has a vanilla note, I wanted to top it off, and what more to top it off than this lady right here, which is Xarmony Vanilla E Super as the topper. So that was my combo for today. And like I said, y'all check out Fine Forever fragrances. Now, what I can tell you is she does have a deluxe perfume. She came out with 2 more perfumes, which is I want to say it's Quiet Storm and Mustard Seed. So y'all check out her website right now. I think she has a sale, 50% off. So you will be able to go on the site and pick up any one of her fragrances for 50% off and free shipping and handling if it's over a certain amount. So this is a win-win combination. So I hope you enjoyed this video on today. Like I said, click the like button, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. So hopefully you'll be able to give me an opportunity to open up my dialogue and see where this journey leads me. As I always like to say in my exercise videos, and as I'm ending in it now, be a blessing in your community. You take care. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.